What if I told you that the most prominent hip-hop romance of the year simply became the most repulsive, messy, and ugly scandal? After more than 10 years of tumultuous times with Chrissy Lampkin, Jim Jones has finally welcomed a baby into the world. A family moment fit for a postcard, isn't it? Incorrect. Since as Chrissy lay in that hospital bed, beaming with the pride of motherhood, Jim's carefully manicured image was already being torn apart by the internet. And why? Because murmurs that have been leaked, dark screenshots, and enigmatic posts all point to a single shocking charge. It is possible that Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones were secretly married behind everyone's backs. Take a moment to comprehend that. New baby with Chrissy, but also in the backdrop, there appears to be a concealed marriage certificate. It is referred to its fans as the ultimate betrayal. One of the most obscene story twists you've ever seen in a soap show. Off camera, Mama Jones is reportedly yelling. Apparently, Chrissy is distraught behind the moments. Moreover, the enigmatic remarks that are abundant in Brooke's Instagram tales just serve to stoke the flames. It is not only another rumor. The entire love and hip-hop universe might be turned upside down by this scandal, which has the potential to destroy reputations and break families. Tonight, we're dissecting the audio leaks, the receipts, the treachery, and the mayhem as everyone wonders, did Jim the answer will leave you stunned? Did Jones actually stage a marriage to Brooke Bailey while establishing a family with Chrissy? The initial chapter of a nightmare was what the internet was expecting, not a fairy tale finish. Jim Jones, the veteran reality TV personality and Harlem rapper who has avoided questions about marriage, commitment, and his turbulent love life for years before shocking everyone by giving Chrissy Lannon the kid she had long desired. An infant. In a hospital blanket, just born. Jim sent a sentimental statement with a proud photo on Instagram. Now we are a family. The comments were swamped with cheers, emojis of tears, and congratulations from fans. The happy ending between Jim and Chrissy appeared to have finally been reached after years of drama, arguments, and unending rumors. However, the fissures appeared practically immediately. The social media detectives discovered a dangerous inconsistency just minutes after Jim's tweet. More than ever, rumors of a covert marriage to Brooke Bailey appeared as the Globe rejoiced over the baby. A purportedly leaked marriage licenses screenshots started making the rounds in group chats. Users vowed that the blurry photograph of Jim standing by Brooke in what appeared to be a minor ceremony had already been removed off the internet when it resurfaced on Twitter. Followers. We were left to ask the unimaginable. When Jim Jones was already married to someone else, had he been establishing a family with Chrissy? What made it even more suspect was that the chronology of events didn't add up. Jim was seen with Brooke Bailey at private gatherings in Los Angeles months ago, according to insiders. At the time, the rumors appeared to be unimportant. Love and hip-hop lovers had become accustomed to Jim caught cheating headlines, and this was simply another round. However, these rumors now have a whole different significance because of the infant. This is not only infidelity, it is the height of betrayal if Jim did indeed wed Brooke when Chrissy was pregnant. As someone who has always been extremely protective, Chrissy of her relationship was taken by surprise by the rumors. Two people close to the couple claimed that Chrissy had been blissfully happy during her pregnancy. For her, the baby represented a new beginning. An answer to the pain of waiting for Jim to commit for years. Chrissy's happiness reportedly increased as the Brooke rumors came back into the spotlight, grew suspicious and angry. Chrissy allegedly confronted Jim days prior to giving birth, seeking to know the truth, according to one insider. His response was silence. However, the internet is not silenced. Like detectives on a quest, fans started combing through Brooke's earlier Instagram posts, making connections, and analyzing the photos. Months before Chrissy announced her pregnancy, Brooke was pictured wearing a glittering ring on her left hand in one photo. "Loyalty looks good on me," was the caption, and at the time, no one gave it any attention. Fans claim the post, which has since gone viral, was a subliminal hint about her purported marriage to Jim. As the narrative grew, more purported leaks came to light, and audio recordings purportedly showing Brooke boasting to a friend about shutting Jim down went viral. In the video, a woman's voice is heard saying, "I have the paperwork. I'm the wife. She's just the girlfriend. Chrissy can play house all she wants. Are they real or fake? The shocking recording rocked the fan community. People were shocked. Is it real? Was Chrissy still being duped after all these years? The strain started to increase. Social media became a battlefield. One group consisted of Chrissy's faithful, irate supporters who are demanding that Jim come forth and provide clarification. Brooke's supporters, on the other hand, countered that Chrissy knew all along and was only attempting to cling to a man who had already moved on. Both Thacker Brooke 1 and Iker Justice for Chrissy trended alongside each other, containing thousands of videos, memes, and tweets that analyzed every action Jim had taken in the past. Time of year. But when Amma Jones apparently joined the chat, that was the true shock. A leaked voicemail purportedly captured Jim's vocal mother, who has never held back when it comes to Chrissy, yelling about the circumstances. As she yells, on the purported recording, "I warned Chrissy he wasn't ready for marriage, and now look. At this point, she gave birth to a child and Brooke received a ring. I played both of them, and now my family is in the news once more." The leak further polarized supporters. Did Mama Jones fabricate the story to shield her son? Or was she proving that Jim had what everyone feared? Married Brooke and kept Chrissy. In line? Chrissy's social media posts, however, just served to fuel the flames. A mysterious Instagram story with a black backdrop and white lettering that said, "A child doesn't fix a liar. Truth always comes to light," was uploaded by Chrissy just hours after Jim's baby post went viral. The crowd erupted. They didn't think this was a coincidence. That was Chrissy's way of subtly acknowledging that something was seriously wrong. Screenshots had already taken across Instagram and Twitter like wildfire before the post was removed a few minutes later. Jim, however, said nothing of the sort. Other than the infant statement, he didn't post anything. Nothing to refute the marriage rumors, no defense, no rebuttal. In the realm of celebrity scandal, it is important to keep quiet. The more he remained silent, the more supporters believed he had something to conceal. In response, celebrities started to add their voices to the chaos. Yandy Smith left a straightforward comment under Chrissy's since-deleted story. "Stay strong, sis. Don't allow the falsehoods destroy you." On Twitter, rapper Menno shared a post. "Not until it's too late can some men show respect for a real woman. Awful." Even the love and hip-hop controversy are nothing new to Cambella, who responded with a cryptic tweet. What else did he pretend to be if he was marrying Brooke? These Yeezys, internet became a nuclear explosion. No longer was this merely a controversy. It was a spectacle for the entire sector. Then the most significant twist of all occurred. TMZ said they had secured a court order, documents that indicate Jim and Brooke declared their marriage months earlier. Insiders claim to have seen the documents despite their purported sealing. Yes, that indicated Jim did more than simply betray Chrissy's feelings. He might have legally committed himself to a different lady while he was getting ready to have a child with Chrissy. It was more than simply a personal betrayal. This was evident, documented, and public knowledge. The consequences were felt right away. In thousands of comments, fans tagged Chrissy and begged her to finally leave Jim. Overnight, a series of memes went viral, including one that purportedly showed Brooke clutching a marriage license and Chrissy cradling the baby. The controversy was not abating. Things were getting worse than anyone could have imagined. Fans believed things couldn't get any worse, but then another leak appeared. This instance involved a purported text exchange between Brooke and Jim. Brooke commented, "She believes she is the wife, but we know the truth," in the screenshots. "Stay silent for the time being. Timing is everything," Jim responded. Although the text's veracity could not be confirmed, the harm had already been done. It was believed by the internet. Chrissy most certainly witnessed it, and the plot took a wild turn. The conflict between celebrating in public and the private scandal got out of hand. Rumors of treachery and legal deceit were shrouding Chrissy's child's birth, which should have been the happiest time of her life. The fans no longer only desired answers, they demanded them. Brooke's mysterious posts, Chrissy's yet-to-be-deleted story, and Jim's silence combined to create a storm that no one could stop. The world waited to see what would happen next, as insiders said that Chrissy had already arranged a meeting with producers to share her side of the tale. Would Jim be exposed on tape by Chrissy? Was Brooke going to make the alleged marriage certificate public at last? Before his entire empire fell apart, would Jim attempt to portray it as a misunderstanding? No, in actuality, they were certain. Yet one thing was for sure. This was not merely a triangle of love. It was a dynasty coming apart. The dynasty. The baby was meant to bring healing, but instead it caused the most ugly disintegration the hip-hop community had ever witnessed. Several days after Jim and Chrissy showed the world their child, the rumors about Brooke Bailey became a raging conflagration that threatened to destroy everything they had created. What started off as dubious screenshots and grainy images turned into a massive pile of receipts that nobody could ignore. It all began with an enigmatic email that was distributed to several gossip blogs. The line that was the subject was shiveringly easy. Evidence that Jim is married to Brooke. A few months prior to Chrissy's pregnancy announcement, images of what looked to be a marriage license were attached. The parties named in the document were Brooke Bailey and James Jones. Although its validity could not be verified, the timing couldn't have been more disastrous. In just a few hours, the alleged license went viral, with millions of views spread over Instagram stories, TikTok breakdowns, and Twitter threads. Confirmation was not necessary for the internet. The public's perception of the scandal was already real. The audio leak then occurred. It was claimed that a clear yet muted recording captured Brooke's the voice of a friend on the phone. "He promised me the world," the voice said. "I was the wife, but Chrissy was just a situation. Now she's parading a baby. Like it means something." Real or contrived, the video exploded on the internet. Supporters shouted treachery. Jim's silence was deafening, and Chrissy's name became popular with Brooke's. Chrissy, though, had stopped being quiet. Insiders claim that she lost her temper. Leaked was a private chat in which Chrissy reportedly cried with producers. "I was all for him. When I was instructed to go, I stayed. When I eventually have my child, he bestows the title I've been waiting for years upon another woman. How was he able to harm me?" That tragic and unvarnished video clip supported the story that Chrissy had been humiliated and caught off guard just when she should have been celebrating. On Twitter, the internet exploded. Chrissy shouldn't have to endure this. Most damning of all, Dox Brooke was uncovered, and Dox Jim the fake was exposed. Creators of the TikTok app shared dramatic reenactments of the leaks, complete with sound, effects of sobbing and fictitious marriage documents waving, floods of memes, Instagram. One post went viral, displaying a split image. Chrissy is crying while holding the infant. The other was a marriage license, and Brookie was grinning. The drama continued as the caption read, "Baby mama or wife. Pick one, Jim." In an enigmatic Instagram story set against a black backdrop, Brooke herself added petrol to the flames. The truth doesn't need defending. Fans went crazy. Was this Brooke confirming the marriage? Was it a subliminal threat? That she was going to release more receipts? She wrote. In just a few minutes, the story was gone. However, the screenshots had already been circulated. Chrissy confronted Jim in a heated dispute that rivaled any reunion between love and hip-hop, according to insiders. "You embarrassed me in front of the world," Chrissy yelled at Jim, according to a person close to the marriage. "You made me a fool on TV and in real life by giving the ring to another woman and leaving me with a baby." Jim allegedly stormed out of the room in response, refusing to acknowledge whether the marriage rumors were true. As we speak, reports of the altercation that was captured on a crew member's phone are starting to circulate on blogs. Mama Jones, who is known for speaking up, reportedly stepped in with her own rage. She can also be heard yelling in another voicemail that was leaked. "I ordered Chrissy to quit pleading for marriage. Now look, Jim went and gave it to someone else. Don't contact me to fix this issue. It's my son, but he made fans were further divided by the voicemail. His bed. Others understood Chrissy's suffering. When Mama Jones blamed herself rather than her kid, others chastised her. The celebrity community soon embraced the craze. Yandi Smith sent out a mysterious tweet. "Often the person you fight the hardest for is also the one you fight the hardest for." Cardi B couldn't help but weigh in when Kim Bellis stirred the waters with a dubious Instagram live saying, When you chase a ring for 10 years, don't be surprised if he gives it to someone else first. Cardi B commented under a Shade Room post, "Damn, this messy, deep prayers for the baby." However, that one comment catapulted the subject from a hip-hop and love scandal to a national crisis. As everything was going on, Brooke's camp kept dropping bombs. A friend of Brooke's purportedly released screenshots of texts purportedly sent by Jim. "Keep your head up," one said. "We'll go public when the time is right." Is right. Another. "My loyalty is clear to you. Give up being influenced by social media." Regardless of their veracity, the messages presented a negative image of a guy balancing two lives. One innocent child has been stuck in the middle of two women. The consequence was terrible for Chrissy. Her closest friends reportedly pleaded with her to leave Jim permanently, but Chrissy hesitated after all these years after giving her heart and soul to a man who refused to fully commit to her. According to insiders, she broke down in tears during a family meeting, whispering, "I can't raise this baby with a liar." Days went by with no answer, no press release, no interview, and fans were divided about whether Chrissy should remain or go after the question, could she really walk away now that they shared a child? Jim's silence became the biggest statement of all. Another mysterious message with no explanation, "Work over everything," with a picture of Jim seated in his studio. "Are you married to Brooke or not?" Fans asked in the comments, demanding answers because they didn't buy it. Be mindful of Chrissy and your child. Tell the truth. His refusal to respond to the rumors only served to confirm his guilt, and the scandal descended into a media circus. Gossip blogs posted countdowns promising to expose more leaked texts and images, and TMZ teased an exclusive that might definitively prove whether the marriage certificate was authentic. The story had reached a fever pitch, but the biggest bombshell was yet to come. Late one night, a blurry video appeared on Twitter that seemed to show Jim and Brooke standing side by side in front of an officer exchanging things. YouTube channels also released dramatic breakdown videos with titles like "Chrissy Betrayed Again," "The Shocking Truth About Brooke Bailey," and "Jim Jones, Double Life Exposed." Vows. The audio was muffled, but one line was clear. "Do you, James Jones, take Brooke Bailey?" The clip ended before the ceremony, but it was enough to send the internet into a frenzy, with fans screaming and blogs going crazy. Chrissy broke down in tears when she saw the video, according to insiders, and now everyone is wondering, was the video real? Did Jim really have two lives? He fathered a kid with Chrissy while granting Brooke the marriage he had refused for more than 10 years. Or was it a well-planned scenario, a moment that was set up to ruin him? One thing was for sure, the nightmare had only just started, and the fairy tale was over. At last, Chrissy Lamon spoke up, but the internet was still in flames over the leaked wedding video.